Oh, well, that definitely doesn't help. I'm glad that you guys found him, though.
No, but anyways, hopefully it'll be better. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. It'll be all right.
Your turn.
Now you're ready. You're all pushed in and ready.
Yeah.
We are just waiting for two friends. We are waiting for Chloe and Chase this morning. So we're going to give them just another minute, okay, before we get started. Okay.
Should we be muted?
You do not have to be muted. If you want to be, that's okay, especially if you're going to be behind him or need to be talking. But he does not have to be muted for small groups.
Okay.
We want to be able to hear you and talk to you. Right, Harper? All right, well, let's get started, and hopefully Chloe and Chase will jump in with us when they're here, okay? What did we talk about yesterday in reading groups? Harper, you're the only one that was here because Maxwell missed it. Can you remember? Can you tell Maxwell what we talked about yesterday? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't? We talked about how to read a book, right? How to read a story, 3 ways. Do you remember what one of those ways was?
Getting a spot.
Okay, yep, you're right. In our story, it was find a quiet spot. But we had 3 ways that we could read a book. We could read the pictures, read the words, and we can retell a story. Either one we've heard or one we've read, right? Those are all ways that we can read a story. After that, we talked about rhyming words. Harper, do you remember what our rhyming sounds were yesterday? We had 2. We were rhyming with one sound. Do you remember what the sound was? At. You got it. We rhymed with at. What is a word that could rhyme with at? Good job. Bat is a good one. Any others? Mat. Ooh, cat. Cat's a good one. What about just at? That's a word, right? What about ooh, rat. We didn't even come up with rat yesterday. Good job, Maxwell. What about sat?
Sat.
Yeah, sat.
How about? No. No, what rhymes with?
That has a different sound at the end, Harper. Right? We have to have the at sound. That had the add sound, right?
Okay.
So we want to have that t sound.
What about P-A-T?
Pat. Okay. Those are all good at sounds. The other word we started to talk about yesterday, the other rhyming sound, was an. An.
Oh, that's good.
Can. That's a good one, Maxwell. I like that you came up with it all by yourself. Any other? Does that have the same ending sound? Remember, rhyming is the same ending sound. If it rhymes with an, it has to have the an sound at the end. That had a b sound, right? An.
Close.
Ran. So we have can, ran, man. Good one, Harper.
Got my blueberries.
Yeah.
Ooh, that has a close one, Maxwell. That has a at the end. And our words have a at the end. Can you hear the difference? They sound so close, right? I love it. I love that you're thinking about all the endings. Fan, that's a great one. Can, ran, man, fan. All of those are great rhyming sounds. I have some other rhymings I want to share with you. Hold on 1 minute, let me find them. Where did we put them?
Maxwell, say that in the studio. One of your rules.
Huh. I'll have to ask Mrs. Hurt. I don't know where we put them.
So silly.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I have someone's. I want you to listen for the rhyming sound. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Give me, every time you hear a rhyming sound, the rhyming sound is at, just like we talked about. I want you to give me a thumb in the air every time you hear an at word. Are you ready? Rat. Hi, Chase.
Ask her if you're supposed to. Ask her if you're supposed to be on.
Yes, you are. Hi, Chase.
Say Liz.
I'm glad you're here with us now.
She say hi.
Can you please give me my water bottle?
Tell Dad that yes, you are supposed to be on right now. Okay, Chase, yesterday we talked about rhyming sounds with at. And we're going to continue talking about at sounds. So I'm going to read something and I want you to hear all of the at rhyming words. And every time you hear one, I want you to give me a thumb in the air, okay?
Okay.
Rat. Oh, I don't see any thumbs. I just started. Are you listening? Rat, tat, cat.
Cat.
I should have seen 3 thumbs in the air. Every time you hear a rhyming word with at, thumb up. Show me that you can follow those directions. Awesome. Okay, so let's try it again. Rat. I see Harper's thumb. Good job, Harper. Thank you, Maxwell. Tat. Cat. Okay, here we go. There was a cat named Rat a Tat who sat upon a hat. Rat, tat, sat upon a hat. And now that hat is flat. Can anybody tell me one of the rhyming sounds that we heard that rhymed with the at? Rat. Right? Our story was about a cat named Rat a Tat. So what other sounds did we hear that rhymed with rat? I miss Chloe. Sat.
Because I'm the one that has to look for clocks.
And flat. Good one, Maxwell.
Thank you for my water bottle.
So, rat, tat, cat. Is there any others that you heard that you remember? Did you hear any others? Chloe, we are talking about rhyming words again today. Just like yesterday, we are talking about rhyming with the sound
The
at.
store.
So the words that we've come up with so far are rat, sat, flat, tat, cat. I'm going to read the story again, and I want you to listen to see if you hear any others.
But I do that.
Rat, a tat, cat. There was a cat named Rat-a-tat who sat upon a hat. Rat, a tat, sat upon a hat. And now that hat is flat. We have rat, we have tat, we have cat. Oh, we're missing a big one. What did Rat-a-tat sit on?
What did he sit on?
Chair.
What did he sit on, Chase?
It sat on a chair.
He didn't sit on a chair.
It sat on a couch. A hat.
A hat! He sat on a hat! And now that hat is flat. Right? All of those have the at sound. Look it. Let's underline it. At. All of those words end in an at sound. That is what makes them rhymers. Chase. Gross. Okay.
Not me.
No, Chase, you don't like that sound. Not you.
Chase,
Oh,
I don't like
nouns.
that sound.
Do we have a screen for nouns? Harper, do you have a question?
I just talk about characters from today a little more next. We'll do now.
Harper, did you have a question? You muted yourself, so now I can't hear you. You were unmuted. Now you're muted. Push it again, sweetie. Now, do you have a question?
I have a lot of schoolwork to do, so I have a busy day.
I know, but guess what? You're going to do great on that schoolwork, right? You do such a good job with it. Yeah, everybody's doing a good job with it. Chase, do you have a question? Okay. You're flipping me around. I'm getting dizzy.
So my dad said my homework has to be done in 1 minute.
1 minute? You better work fast, my friend.
Yeah, I'll work as fast as I can, but it just goes off in this many minutes.
Really? Yeah, you gotta do your best though. Not just work fast, do your best work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good job with our...
And even he tells me when the timer is done.
Yeah, putting a timer on is a good idea. I like that. Good job, Dad. Okay, I really like how you guys were thinking about all those at sounds. The other thing that we talked about this morning, and yesterday a little bit, was characters. This morning, I read you this book, Wolf. Harper, tell me one character from Wolf that you remember. Remember, you're muted again, sweetie. So unmute first. And then tell me one character that you remember from Wolf.
The pig.
The pig. Good one. We had a pig in our story about Wolf. Maxwell, do you remember another character from our story Wolf?
A cat.
A cow. Ooh. Chase?
The wolf.
The wolf. Definitely. There was one other character. Who was this guy?
The duck.
The duck. Our story had 4 main characters, right? The wolf is the main character, but then we had the pig, the cow, and the duck. They are what we call supporting characters, right? They weren't what the story was all about, but they were in the story enough that we need to remember them, right? Would the story be as good and make sense if we took out the wolf?
Would it make sense if we took out the wolf, Maxwell?
Are you sure?
It would.
If I read the story and there was no wolf, would it be fun to hear?
No.
Probably not, right? The story is all about the wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so characters are really important.
The pig. It'd just be called the pig and the duck and the cow.
You're right. We couldn't call it wolf if there was no wolf. And what did the characters do in the story? What was the main thing that they did in the story? What did the wolf need to learn to do? He had to learn to read. He's learning to read just like all of you.
And be nice.
And be nice.
I know how to read chapter books.
I'm so glad. All right. You guys are doing so good at listening and reading. You have lots of work in Seesaw this morning, but I know that you all can do such a great job at it, okay? So I want you to go into Seesaw and look through and finish the reading and the math activities, and then I will see each of you this afternoon for math. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. We are all done for today. I will see you later today. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Maxwell. Bye, Harper. Bye, Chase. Bye, Chloe. I'm glad you joined us.